There we go. There we go. We are live. All right. Woo. Just got done doing the yard work. It's my day off. It's Thursday. So what we got going on? Welcome, one and all in one. Let's see where. All right. What do we got going on here? Ay. All right. Let's start off with this. All you Warhammer fans, Warhammer 40,000, and new stuff that's going on. I picked this up yesterday. And the reason why I picked it up yesterday, normally I don't know, I'm kind of losing faith with Warhammer 40K, but we'll see. But what I did pick it up for was this right here. The little manual, which is the Warhammer 40,000 chapter approved Monatorium Field Manual 2022 Mark II. It has all the point spread for all your factions, your troops, that neat stuff. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they charge like $50 for this and the other thing that went together as a package. The chapter approved, tournament games or whatever. And in issue 479, you got that, and you got this little game thingy called The Great Stomp. It's got cards. It's got a cool map. Which isn't too bad. I like it. It's pretty cool. So all that came in this White Dwarf 479 that I picked up at Barnes & Noble. So it's actually not a bad deal. If you're looking to get a cheap book on the points cost for your troops in Warhammer 40K, then grab that. Grab this one right here. It's going to help you a lot. It's going to save you some money. So grab that. What else did I pick up? I found two of these. They're older. They're issue 11. And it's got the librarian in it. With a basin paintbrush or something. I never used one that Nikolov, hello, how are you doing? Hello, they're getting there. Yes, hello. Good. So this is the brush. It's a dry brush. Doesn't look too bad. And then you got the librarian with it too. And this was issue number 11, which came out a while ago. So these things were just, I guess it was just hanging around. So they threw them out there. There were 3 of them. I grabbed 2 of them. So the dry brush I could always use. And the librarian, it's a pretty cool fig. And I'll have to check my my little Imperium stuff, see how that's going. What else? Where did that thing go? There's the base right here. I don't know why. These things are always hard to pick up when they fall on the floor. All right, so what else we got? So we got the White Dwarf 479 with all the neat doodads that go with it. Ah, yes, Warhammer. I was saying if you grab that White Dwarf, that chapter approved book came in free, and it gives you all the points that you need to put your armies together, so you don't have to go spend $50 or whatever it is across the ocean. And so that was that. So I picked up that, and then I picked up the Imperium number 11, which I sent away for the whole set. So It comes in the mail, and it's got the cool dry brush. What else did I get? Let's see, where are you? What else did I get? Right here. I picked up War Games Illustrated, which is mostly about Napoleonics in this issue, the Prussians. Let's see. There's some cool Vietnam figs right there. Not too bad. USMC Armory, the USMC Marines and command set contains 5 USMC frames, 6 figures each, USMC command frame, and enough base to support 30 figures. These are similar in their detail to the VC or the Viet Cong and a little taller. They tend to have a couple of less parts per figure as standard. This number of parts then gets boosted by the addition of an impressive selection of optional and mixable kits, pouches of all kinds, holsters, knives, bags, canteens, butt packs, a great looking tropical rucksack, machetes, radio sets, and more. As you expect from the Marines, there's an arsenal of weapons, M16s, M203s, M79s, M60s, M14s, the M1911A1, the Remington 870 Mark 1. Okay, the 1911 is the 45. The Remington 870 is the shotgun. The M60 is the 30 caliber machine gun. The M14 is the carbine, the short carbine. The M79 is a grenade launcher, and the M23 is also a grenade launcher. One's slung underneath the M16, and the other is just a grenade launcher of itself. And then, of course, you have the M16, which is the Imperial Guard Lays rifle. Then you get the M72 Law rocket. Hey, let's see. So many of these guns come in firing sets with the matching left arm. Others are separate, ready to be placed in the open hand at the Marine side or used wherever you see fit. These are 2 great value box sets that produce a wide range of outstanding figures. Pretty cool. And who makes these things? Are we talking Gringo 40s? So we're talking this is a comparison of the Gringo 40 to the Rubicon U.S. Marines. It's not bad. So it's got VC, it has Viet Cong, and it's Rubicon models. They're on the thin side of things, but they look really good. I mean, I always like the Gringo figs. So Rubicon models have changed things up with their latest releases and stepped into the boots of the plastic infantry for the first time. If you're familiar with the previous sets, you will know Rubicon produced quality plastic 156 scale armor for World War II. The new infantry proves the period to be Vietnam, but stays at the same scale, which will match your 28 millimeter figures nicely. These 2 sets, the USMC of the Marines and Viet Cong fighters, feature exhaustive build options for infantry on both sides of conflict. Rubicon's previous armor with interiors, engines, historically accurate exteriors, and pot-heavy frames are suited to scale modelers with an eye for detail and also for gamers. I'm going to say gunners for some reason. They're multi-pot plastic Viet Cong and U.S. Marine Corps soldiers. Not bad. And then incoming air support. It's not just the infantry in the way of the Vietnam War range. A Huey is on the horizon with options to build a Huey 1D or the Huey 1H, so you can get a slick or a gunship. There's also the Rubicon detailing you'd expect. A fully realized interior crew, a search and rescue option with stretchers and various weapon systems. The Huey should go on sale in the next couple of months, and Rubicon have teased other Vietnam offerings that expand the range to cover more civilians and terrain as well. Not bad. So if you're interested in doing something in Vietnam, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Now we got the sci-fi stuff for Stargrave. I'm not too sure about Stargrave. I don't really know much about it. Just that I believe it's an Osprey type futuristic war game. Then you got these pretty cool figures. Look at these figures right here. Those are pretty nice. The Germans. SAS. They're pretty cool. Look at those guys. They're pretty neat. And who's making these babies? Night fighting, sentry patrols, and stealth action are important elements of historical warfare, the ones that most games shy away from. You might find an optional rule nestled in the back of a book suggesting a dice or range modifier, but it usually feels like an afterthought and often gets ignored by the players. Let's see. Okay, dice in the dark under the microscope. Who is making this thing? At the heart of the 0200 hours rules are special D6s that come in light and dark varieties. The white or noisy dice are rolled during loud actions. Quieter actions are used at the gray or the black. Right there. So white, you messed up, you're doing loud stuff, and black, you're doing stealth stuff. That sounds pretty neat. White dice have more chevrons on their faces, and chevrons equal successes. So you're far more likely to achieve what you want if you are unconcerned with the volume of action. The rub here is that the white dice have a 1 in 6 chance of rolling an alert symbol, which removes the covert status from your model and adds to the alert level. At this point, you can be spotted and attacked with ease and may also reveal allies nearby. So going big and going loud is certainly not always advised. A stealthier action with the black dice will offer less chevrons on average, so less success, but the risky alert symbol is replaced by a stealth one. This will place the fighter back into a covert state. Many actions roll a combination of the two dice, meaning that stealthy safety is really a guarantee. The final symbol is a medal that can trigger special effects specific to each action performed. The triggers bring an element of extra character and unpredictability to the actions on the tabletop. Even if you don't roll enough chevrons to be successful, you may still have enough options that you can perform. With loud dice, have 1 medal face. Quiet dice have 2, or 3 medals can be used as a chevron to echo a success. All right, my friend, I get that. Available from grayfornow.com. Grayfornow. Let's see if we can get that for you up there. If you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. No, it's going to be backwards too. So it's gray, like the color gray. GREYFORNOW.com, grayfornow.com. So you can get that set of rules from there. Pretty cool. Let's see what else we got in here. Bruce, good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon. Let's see what else we got. Piano War Games, the Württemberg files from Piano War Games. Favorite digital models on the market for the Napoleonics. They cover one of the smaller nations involved in Napoleonic campaigns. They're extremely nice sculpts. There are 11 sets to cover. There's light, line, Jaeger, and Grenadier infantry models, as well as Mounted Command and Crown Prince Frederick William. These are unsupported figures designed for 28 millimeters, but they also provide you with the scaling values to print them in 28 millimeter. So I guess they're selling you the, if you're into, what's that? Printing, laser printing. So you buy the diagrams for the instructions for it. So it's not. I don't know too much about that laser printer stuff. What else we got? the STL files. That's what they're called. So just a lot of STL files here. So new to Napoleonics. There we go. Look at that. So that's pretty neat. So this gentleman in War Games 1415, right? Oh, isn't that interesting? So he says, new to Napoleonics. As part of this month's theme, Neil Smith provides a whistle-stop tour of wargaming in this colorful period. And what he says here is, I bought my first toy soldiers more moons ago than I care to remember. I just received my pocket money. My dad had decided it was time for the boy to get a hobby. So off to Sconey Hobbies we went, and probably to my dad's disappointment, I emerged with a box of FX Waterloo Highland Infantry. It was the box art that attracted me, but also the idea of lining up those wee men to fight something as magisterial as the Battle of Waterloo was too much to resist. Blah 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 blah. Pretty cool. Hello. Hey, Martin. How's it going? Wow, look at that. Oh, my God, look at that tabletop. You talk about Room the War Game. Look at that. That is nice. Oh, man. That is nice. That, my friend, looks like, is that, I'm trying to think, is that Hugh Mont or is that Last Son? And what I need is this right here. Yeah. That is La Hassant. So that's Waterloo. And if you see that building right there, that's La Hassant right there. Those figures look really good. Of course, Marshall Soot and Mameluke Ali by Perry Miniatures right there. Sweet. Below, the Old French Guard by Grenadier War Games, which is that metal set that I have downstairs in the last live stream. And to the right is French Voltaire. Oh, okay. I want the left. Who are these guys? They look like I think those are the black powder metal command for the French. Yes, it has been a quick week. Wow, yeah. So what else we got going on? And then we have War Games again. Warlord right there. Those troops right there. The list of states and nations involved in Napoleonic Wars is lengthy. There's enough information out there, however, for you to choose from any of the following to build your force, including the Big Five: the French, the British, the Prussian, the Russian, and the Austrian. But also the best of the best, I should say the best of the rest, is Spain, Portugal, Bavaria, Sweden, the Duchy of Brunswick, Hanover, the Ottoman Empire, Netherlands, Grand Duchy of Baden, Württemberg, Denmark, and the Duchy of Warsaw. This is an awesome book. It really is. This is cool. You got Lion Rampart. Designer's notes on Lion Rampart, the second edition. For those who like the chainmail, sword, and shield action. I've never played that. Rescuing the Russians. Paul Mackey dusts off some classic Hinchcliffe, Napoleonic Russians. He painted in the 1980s and then gives them an update. Oh, that's cool. Stripping the paint off your tired old figures. I was pleased with how many Jaegers, the first figures I have overpainted, turned out. I should, huh? Lion Rampart? I mean, well, no, I could use my Batonians, right? That would work with that. Yeah, I got done doing yard work, so I was very thirsty. So I was pleased with how the second edition is not much different. No, I give it a shot. Now, Lion Rampart, that's Osprey, right? Doesn't Osprey do that? 'Cause I think I saw it at my hobby store. I almost got it. I almost picked up Lion Rampart along with Charlemagne's Knights, King Arthur's Knights. See, yep, you're tempting me. You're tempting me. Uh, oh wow, check this out. So this guy, all right. I was pleased with how the Yagas and the first figures I ever painted turned out, but I thought I could improve the results if I stripped the other figures back to their bare metal. The army had initially been painted in enamels and given a heavy coat of Rosslyn gloss varnish, which meant some of the detail was obscured. I chose nail varnish remover with Dettol, Dettol, as my weapons of paint destruction. While I thought the nail varnish remover would be more effective, it was the Dettol that worked better here. In the past, I used night traumas. It sounds like a horror movie. Night traumas. I have night traumas every night I go to sleep. Night traumas. Nitromors. And though it works, I was not prepared to dabble with anything so corrosive again. The figures were placed in the ice cream tub. Now, see, with these metal figures, I'd rather use like the acetone. With the plastic figures, I use that LA Awesome, which it works fantastic. The Gobos are still in the goop, and they've been in there for a couple of months. But the paint was so tough on these things, but it's coming right off now. I don't even have to scrub it, and I'll show it to you. I'll check it out next week. But I'll show you the Gobos. I mean, they were awful. they were really bad. So um, so I left them in there, but it's coming right off now. So what I use, I don't know if there's an equivalent overseas for the LA Awesome, but it is a super powerful cleansing for like floors and cleaning, and you dilute it, and you can actually use it for that. So if you have something overseas that's a heavy duty cleaner, use that for your plastics and just kind of like experiment on what's get a small jelly jar and just throw a couple of figs in there with maybe a small amount. You don't have to get the big one first. Get the small one first, and then throw a couple of messed up figures in there and see what happens. Never, never, ever throw your plastics in with any corrosive like the acetone, the goof off, um, the I guess Dettol or whatever it is, varnish remover. It will melt the plastic, and you will have the rendering of the Blob. If you ever saw the movie The Blob, your figures will turn into that. They'll become the Blob. So you don't want to be doing that. Um, so overseas, just check out you know a detergent cleanser. Let's see. La, 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 la. What else we got? What else we got in this book? This is actually a pretty good book. What do we got going on? So that's his Hinchcliffe figures. Remember those? Oh my God, it was such a long time ago. Let's see. What else we got? What else we got in here? Partisan, May 2022. That looks pretty cool. Man, you guys are lucky overseas. You really are. There's a lot of really seriously cool wargaming stuff going on over there. Um, so we got the coverage of the partisan. Another partisan, another record-breaking number of attendees, over 1,100 wargamers and hobbyists pushed through the gates at the Newark Showground for the May 22nd show. They were treated to the high-quality collection of demo and participation games we have come to expect from the stalwart of the UK show circuit. Over the next 10 pages, take a first look or relive some of the best games from Partisan 2022. Yeah, this is pretty good. Look at those ships, man. They're cool. You guys are lucky, man. You guys are lucky. I guess we all have our different things, right? Pretty neat. This looks like it might be a Civil War action right there. Or is it Civil War? Is it? Yeah, it kind of looks like a Civil War action. So right there, pretty neat. Let's see. Henchman were the first 15 mil I ever bought in a 70s. I still have so. yeah. Old Glory. Remember those? Wow. 15 millimeters, man. That is cool. Richard Sharp and the brave men of the 95th stormed the French-held monastery. Check this out. Right there. Ain't that neat? Right there. The magnificent table in all its glory, part from the C section that was further to the bottom. Whoa. Wow. 40 millimeter Peninsula War. The winner of the Best of Show award will come as no surprise to those in attendance at Partisan. Ian Smith and Friends' massive 40 millimeter Pennsylvania Peninsula War game was a worthy winner and a fitting tribute to its creator, Ian Smith, a man who has presented some magnificent games at Partisan and other shows over the years, but sadly passed away a few months ago. Oh, that's after a short illness. Ian's partner and children were in attendance, helping to bring his final creation to fruition. Oh, wow, man, that's sad. But it was Ian's gaming partner in crime, Sean Bryant, whose determination made sure that his mate's posthumous swan song was presented at the show. Sean told us, I've worked with Ian on many of his games over the years, and we got the name Ian Smith and Friends by way of a typical Ian joke. He asked a group of us to come up with a good name for our demo group. Otherwise, it would have been called Ian Smith and Friends. Well, we couldn't come up with anything, so we just stuck with Ian's joke name. Wow, that's pretty cool. We presented a similar game at Partisan and Salute in 2016, but Ian wanted to go even bigger, and so we took that board and expanded it by adding the Fort and C sections. Sean went on to tell us that Ian also described the games as moving dioramas in the spirit of Bill Gaskin games. Search for Bill's name. Okay. Whose giant demos were not playable war games, but designed purely as eye candy. Wow. I guess. Wow. I got nothing. Look at that ship. Oh my word! Look at that ship. Look at that. Look how beautiful that ship is. Wow. Prussian attack on Plainsiel, making an epic battle of Waterloo diorama. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Look at that. Look at that. That is neat. That comes from this painting right there. Wow. Montague's Warlord Games, new epic Prussians, free with last month's War Games Illustrated, and some MDF terrain to create a diorama inspired by Adolf Nord's iconic painting. Wow. That is, I did not realize that. That's the 15 millimeters right there. Right there. Yes, very cool. That is ballsy. Wow. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, look at this. No way. Look at that. That's last sun. That's your 15 millimeters, guys, right there. Yeah. I know I got a few of them hanging around here somewhere. That is neat. Choosing the figures. Monk opted for the Prussian Jägers in the foreground of the scene instead of the standard infantry, and he placed the Landwehr ranked up at the rear. This was partly down to personal preference when browsing the new Epic frames, and as and Mark used his own artistic license when picking the participants. Using the individually based skirmishing Yagas did make for an easier dynamic placement of the figures. The Yagas could easily be staggered and spaced out, giving the scene more depth and allowing each Yaga to be painted as a single figure. Casualties are made from figures cut from French frames, but Mark didn't want the diorama to be dominated by them. They were eventually painted in a more muted palette and glazed with brown so they would better blend into the environment. The broken horse artillery and also drum come from the Warlord plastic frames, as do the rifles poking from the windows and the door frames. Ah, it's pretty cool. Very cool. Wargaming Floden. Wargaming Floden, which King Henry VIII's King Henry VIII's invasion of France in 1513 left England vulnerable. King James IV of Scotland exploited this when France sought his assistance against the English King James. The ideal Renaissance prince stood by the Old Alliance and invaded England. It did not go well for the Scots at Flodden. 9 September 1513, the Scottish army was destroyed by King James, along with much of the Scottish nobility who were killed. Ooh. Gaming by moonlight. Wow. Monk painted some new offensive miniature Waffen SS assault pioneers in British Paris to fit into a night raid and adding moonlit terrain. Ain't that cool? That's different. Check that out. That's that's different. Painting in the night, gaming in the night. Rules showcase soldiers of Napoleon. Warwick Kinraid and Andy Fox visited Board Game Illustrated headquarters and took us through their new game, Soldiers of Napoleon. Warwick describes the action while providing insight into the specifics of the rules played out on the tabletop. Another set of rules. Gameplay element rally. It doesn't look too bad. Building a cantina with adobe walls. That's pretty cool. So you want to make adobe walls, an adobe building? Not bad. So this is Death Fields are coming out with pith helmet Brits from the 1800s. They look really, really cool. They look really cool. Called Bulldogs right there. Yeah. You know I'm going to have to get a box of them. Have to. I'm going to have to. All right. So what else? And then as I was going through the cellar getting putting together a box of toy soldiers that I got to give to some kids. And while I was going through my boxes of toys and stuff downstairs, I found that. I found the Battle of Waterloo 1815, War Game Illustrated 1331 from May of 2015. And this is a very cool book. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my word. Look at that War Game room. Oh man. I'd have to divorce my wife. I guess I'm old enough now. I'm kidding. That was a thought. Not cool. Not cool. Robert, what are you going to do? The love of your life, and you're going to kick her out because you want a bigger war game room. Spoken like a true war gamer. Waterloo. There you go. Very nice. Look at this. Cool. Wow. Man, I'll tell you, there's some really, really nice stuff in this magazine. Paper Soldiers. I remember that. Paper Soldiers. Look at that. Paper Soldiers. Oh, there they are all set up. They don't look too bad, do they? I guess it's all in how you photograph them, right? Yeah, that's not too bad. And then painting for Waterloo. Rules Showcase Divisional Commander. Mike Oliver asks, why another set of tactical Napoleonic rules? Rules Showcase is a regular feature in which we spotlight a new or forthcoming set of wargame rules. Dispatches from the battlefield. Dissecting Blucher. First play of the new must-have Napoleonic rules. It looks pretty cool. Look at this. Look at the cards. Rather than provide a blow-to-blow battle report of this inaugural game using the Sam Mustafa rule set, we present the combined reaction of 4 players and 2 spectators to tackle a different approach to Napoleonic war game. I never used the Murrays. I have never used Murrays, but I'm a huge fan of the Longstreet system. I mentioned these 2 games of Napoleonic battles at the outset simply because, until now, they have been my main experiences. Games available from Sam Mustafa under the Honor banner. Hence the reason a few select chums, and I decided to try out the Blucher rules recently at War Game Illustrated headquarters. The use of action cards and campaign options for the 2 rule sets mentioned above are one of the main draws for me. It's interesting. It's interesting. The cards sit right. The cards sit right on your figs, right there. So these cards right there, and you mark them off as they take wounds. That might work with your. Wow, pretty cool. There the boys are right there playing. This is War Games Illustrated 1331. And the previous one was War Games 1415. And currently, I am just perusing campaigns Napoleon's campaigns in miniature. This book is a war game book. And it's by Bruce Quarry. He did one on FX as well. And it's Napoleon's Campaigns in Miniature, a war gamer's guide to Napoleonic Wars in 1796 to 1815. Bruce Quarry, forward by David Chandler. Forward by David G. Chandler. More books have probably been written on Napoleon in his times than on any other historical subject. It comes to no surprise to discover that this dramatic period of European warfare has become the established favorite of many wargamers. Since 1945, this ever-burgeoning hobby has grown increasingly sophisticated, and to anyone nurtured in the practicality of prehistoric times, when the only published guide was Little Wars by H.G. Wells. Oh yeah, they're fantastic. I have not played the Luca Wall set on YouTube. Oh, really? No kidding. I'm going to have to check. Yeah, the cards look really cool. So I'm going to have to check that out. I'll have to check out the if they're playing it on YouTube. I'm going to have to search that. So this little book is pretty cool. Oop. So Chandler likes this book. As a writer who has devoted some little time to researching into and writing about the Napoleonic Wars, I have never underestimated the value of wargaming as an aid to serious study, as well as means of relaxation. I was initiated into modern wargaming by Brigadier Peter Young at a meeting in Southampton in 1962. That was my first wargame book, was Charged by Peter Young. Like every player, I have had my less fortunate moments on the tabletop battlefield, and the memory of losing 2 or 4 of my French artillery batteries to successive dice throws in the first round of a refight of the Battle of the Merio against Brigadier Young. That's the balls. Still gives me cause for deep reflection on my bad days. This cataclysmic event gave rise, at the time, I recall, to the expression of some notable but doubly infuriating sentiments on the intrinsic justice of the Anglo-Portuguese cause in 1808 by the Brigadier. Whilst for my own part, I remember some less worthy dark mutterings about making certain to bring my own dice to future confrontations. A wholly unnecessary precaution and groundless insuation, of course, but then General Junot always was rather an impulsive character, and as a result never received his marshal's baton from the Emperor. But from such experience I learned 2 golden rules of opponents, particularly former brigadiers of commandos. Always keep a reserve and never underestimate your opponent. Of equal value to any serious study, of equal value to my serious studies have been visits to a fair number of the actual battlefields. Every Napoleonic war game worth his salt should make a pilgrimage to Waterloo and there are now at least 2 societies and organizations, the Military Historical Society and Captain Gordon's Battlefield Tours, that run regular visits to the peninsula and other campaign areas, some of which I have been privileged to be invited to lead. Oh, that'd be cool. The study of military history does not need to be restricted to reading alone nor wargaming to the tabletop reenactments. Each is complementary to the other to a marked degree. Both can benefit greatly from a study of historic ground on the spot. This book by Bruce Quarry strikes me as being particularly notable on 2 counts. First, it sets out to provide the Napoleonic Wargamer with a minimum of relevant historical information, interspersed with suggestions from deeper reading by those so inclined, which is set alongside some very interesting and thought-provoking ideas for game rules. And in the process, it achieves the difficult integration of theory and practice, of the actual event on the tabletop simulation to a considerable degree. Secondly, the author suggests ways in which the wargamer may extend his activities to take in the waging of whole campaigns, as well as battles involving strategy and logistics, as well as tactics. It is therefore a pleasure to contribute this brief forward to a book that should give entertainment, instruction, and food for thought to many devotees of the Napoleonic War Games. And that's that one, guys. Martin, let's see. You guys in the States familiar with the Commando comics? Since the very beginning of comic from the 60s and 70s, the artwork has been fantastic. I can't say I have. It's the first, you mentioning it here is the first time I ever heard of it. Eagle Comics, Judge Dredd, and a few things like that. I do have a Eagle Comics hardcover annual where it had like 5 or 6 different stories in it. But that's what is it? Quality Comics. So Eagle Comics, Quality Comics, but I've never heard of Commando Comics. Yeah, that's about. I'm trying to think. Eagle, and Quality. Those are the 2. I think there's smoke coming out of my ears because I'm thinking too hard. No, I think that's about all I heard. But what I'll do is I'll definitely look it up. I'll look up. So there's 2 things I need to do here. I need to check out Blucher's rules, right? You go to the back here. Be a little bit easier. So I need to do Blucher's rules and Commando Comics. A Lion and Rampart. And Commando Comics. So I'll check those out. Oh, no kidding. Thanks, Bruce. Waterloo Tour. YouTube with Sean Bean. Yes. I did see that. He shoots the muskets and watched the hussar and the cavalry. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Commando Comics, I'm going to check that out. Limer. War Game Rules. And Napoleonic Rules. Yep. Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I enjoyed that. Um, that's definitely on my bucket list to go to Waterloo, check it out, see how that is. I'm very, very fortunate that I live by an airfield down the street. It's a hop, skip, and a jump, and they usually have Wings Over America there. Um, I usually go with my son or my buddy, and we end up picking a few things up, which uh, like this little doohickey here. Picked that up, and sadly, um, am I gonna be able? I don't think I'll be able to get that out because it's yeah, it's. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna have to pick you guys up and show you what this is. But this is the B17 that I was on. I don't know if you can see it there. That's the B17 that I was on that crashed a few years ago, and it's sad. So they actually shut down the air show for a while, and basically the pilot, God rest his soul, he had a heart attack while he was landing the B-17, and she crashed into a. From what I understand, I could be wrong. From what I understand, she crashed into a gasoline truck, a refueler, and sadly, everybody aboard was killed. Um, her name was 909, and she flew for a long time. It was like $600 for a ride, and I do have like pictures and stuff like that. But it was sad. Um, Me and my son were actually in it. We actually got into the cockpit, and the pilot, you know, God bless him. The pilot, I actually met him, and we were just kind of shooting the shit. And I didn't realize that you weren't supposed to go up into the cockpit because they had like a restriction line set up. But apparently, he was working on some kind of clutch cables or something, and he had taken the line down, forgot to put it up after he went into the cockpit. So Alex and I uh, going through that. So we're going through the we climb into the ship, and we go through the cabin. You got the 50 caliber side armament on either side, and then we went through the bomb bay doors and his tight fit, and then we end up strolling into the cockpit. So we go into the which was cool, and the dude's there sitting in the pilot seat, and the co-pilot seat's empty. So I go up and I don't nestle myself into the co-pilot seat, but I'm kind of like just chilling out right next to him. He's not noticing me yet, and Alex is right behind me. He goes, Dad, just go and sit down. that's when the pilot turns around and looks at me and goes, Whoa, what are you guys doing here? But I also had my Marine Corps hat on, I believe. And he looked at me and he saw that and he knew I was a jihad. So he just smiled and he said, you guys aren't supposed to be here. And I said, look, I'm sorry. He goes, no. You can, it's okay. You can stay. Very nice man. Very nice man. So then he started pointing out all the different things in the cockpit for the B-17. Man, I'm telling you, I love B-17s, the queen of the skies. And just to be there and talk to him about how the plane flew and how these ships would take their crews home. And by rights, the plane should have went down a long time ago. But these ships ended up bringing most of their pilots and their crew home, even when they shot up so badly. What an awesome plane! What an awesome plane! So God rest him and the people who died in that crash. It was a sad day. It really hit me hard. That bomber survived for so long and to die in the U.S. and just a freak accident. But, it happens. It happens. Yep. Okay. All right. On to happier things. See? So, all right. So we went through the White Dwarf. We went through Chapter Approved. We went through Imperium and our World Games Illustrated. You know what, Martin? Falklands. It's funny because I think because I grew up in that time period, it's taken me like it's don't you find it weird, like, because I grew up in the Vietnam era, because I grew up in the Falklands and all the crap in the Middle East, it's taken me a long time to really learn about that. I don't know why. Um, like the war game or historically, something like that. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get there. But I think most of my fascination and concentration was on World War II and the Napoleonics and maybe somewhat ancients with Rome. Now, whether it's the Punic, the Romans in Germany and in Britain, but I think mostly the Romans and the Gauls and I don't know. Yeah, so I see. Yeah, maybe the Romans, the German areas, and the Britons, the islands. Yeah. Uh, I really want to look into the Punic with Carthage, with Hannibal, and uh, that neat stuff. So what else we got? So we went through this one. What else we doing? What else we got going on? How about, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So my earliest White Dwarf is that. This is White Dwarf issue number 15. And I think my earliest White Dwarf that starts with Warhammer. I love that cover. That's White Dwarf. Which one's this one? Number 18 with the Enterprise. That is sweet. I love that. Then I have White Dwarf number 29 with some cool dragons. I love this artwork here. This is so cool. White Dwarf number 32. That is a sweet cover. White Dwarf number 36. Check this out. I am the law. Judge Dredd. He's the man. Yep. Remember that? Star Frontiers. Oh boy. And we have number 42. Number 59. Number 66. Right? Yep. 66 with the cool artwork. Hey, Bruce. Let's see. I've been involved in discussion online and hard for some of us who grew up with Vietnam and other non-wars play. Yeah, isn't that funny? It's so strange. It's just I don't know. It just maybe because it's so real. Maybe because it's so real. And Maybe it's the same way for past generations, like from World War II and stuff like that, because we're disconnected from that era. But I mean, we're looking in, the modern era, and yeah, it's close to home. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't have any problems watching movies about it, but I mean, I've read a lot of books on it, a lot of memoirs and stuff like that. Hmm. So it's just you got friends and stuff like that, friends, family who are really touched by it. So yeah, it's a little difficult, and maybe that's why the Napoleonics is so far away. World War II's a wee bit further, and then you've got the sci-fi fantasy stuff, which is sci-fi fantasy. Then we got White Dwarf 68. See how I changed that subject real quick? You got me, Bruce. Man, you got me. You got me. Oh, man, you owe me a bear now. Holy shit. Okay, all right. You got White Dwarf, something here, 69. Ay, ay, ay. And we have White Dwarf, number 73. Then we got White Dwarf. Oh, we got two White Dwarfs, 76s. And then we got White Dwarf number 80. I like that cover. That's cool. That's a Frazetta cover. That is Mr. Frazetta right there, baby. Right there. Oh, man. I would have loved to meet that guy. It's got to be a Frazetta cover. It's got to be. It's got to be. Nah, no, no, you got. All right, I've got to look. I've got to look. Cover, cover, cover me. Contents. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Come on, cover, 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 cover. Cover. Oh, I'm so wrong. I am so wrong. This is. It looks like a Frazetta cover, but I am wicked wrong. I should be ashamed of myself. The cover is by Ken Kelly, 1986. And I am a complete maroon. I cannot believe I thought that was Frazetta. Mr. Kelly, hats off to you, my friend. Awesome cover. And you got me. So not only did Bruce get me, but Mr. Kelly just got me. And we got, oh, here comes my first, this Warhammer. This is a Warhammer book. Yep. So the first book I have for White Dwarf, having a Games Workshop Warhammer right there, number 85. I'm not saying it's the first issue that carries it. I'm just saying that it's the first issue I have. And we got, oh, look at this. Here we go. 96. 96. Warhammer 40,000. It's got the Rogue Trader. The Fury of Dracula. What? It's Dracula. I come to suck your blood. They're the women. Just give me the women. That's all I want. I just want the women. John Blanche, Games Personality of Year. Look at this. Look at these photos, man. Talk about blast from the past. Martin, take care of yourself. Be good. Peace. Yeah, Brucey got me. Ken Kelly, that was like real close to it. But look at these photos, man. Look at John Blanche. Looks like a biker dude, man. Look at him right there. He's right there. Look at him. Critical Mass. Look at Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Bigger than ever. Bigger than ever. Oh, Thud the Barbarian. Oh my God, look at. Remember that? Woohoo! They actually have a figure for him. You can find it on eBay. $14.99. That's pretty cool. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's pretty neat. The Minotaurs. Very cool. That's what I like about these old mags, man. You get to see the old stuff. Barroom Brawl. Man. How to play. Elf Warriors. Elf War Dances. Pretty cool. Slan. Oh my God, really? Remember that? Slan. The Slan. The Slan clan. They got humans as slaves. Look at it down there. Men at Arms. 5 for $250. Check that out. Warhammer Fantasy Regiment box sets. You get orcs, rats, Skaven, elves. Pretty neat. These are neat. Beast of Cosmoria. Casket of Souls. Dare you open the Casket of Souls? I don't know, dude. Demons across the table. This artwork's pretty cool. Hey, we're going to slide into chapter approved. We got chapter approved, the Jet Cycle. Right there. Yep. The Jet Cycle. Look at that bike. Isn't that cool? Mechanicus Armory's MK14 Jet Cycle Bollock. Really? Bollock? Uh, it should be Bullock 5, right? Ay, ay, ay. What else we got? We got all kinds of weird stuff. Psychics are dangerous. Psychics are unpredictable and dangerous. We should have been more careful. How could we have foreseen the effects of uncontrolled mental energies upon our typographical equipment? Not to mention the mental functioning of some of our staff. Yes, it's true. Warhammer 40k has been got it. Who stole the page references from the combat section, for example? More to the point, which vocal force made off with the psychic ability level 2 teleport on page 51? The level 2 teleport and level 2 teleport should read as follows. Oh, I'm sorry. The level 2 telepath and the level 2 teleport should read as follows. So that's that's a correction. Oh, cool. Cool. There we go. There we go. Look at those babies. Oh my God, I wish I still had mine. They are gone. I had about 10 of those babies, but history. They are history. Imperial Army. Look at those guys. Yes. They are so friggin' cool. Damn, yeah, let's see. Look at these guys, man. Look at those guys. That is just neat. How can you not love that old stuff? How can you not love it? Ooh, heavy metal. Check this out. Look at that dragon. That neat. Pretty cool. Lars Hansen, how are you? Oh, look at these dragons. Whoa, back in the day. Look at these dragons. Very nice. Woo. Very cool. There we go. Got a few things there. Very nice. The rest is all black and white rules. Couple of things here and there for look at animals. Okay, so that was White Dwarf number 96, the December issue. Pretty neat. What else we got? So 96, and then I pop right into White Dwarf number 101, Blood Bowl issue. Oh, my big red dragon! I still got that. It is down the cellar. Yes, it is. Let's see. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. So, okay, so what do we got? We got this one here. We got this. We got that dragon right there. So, she's heavy. that's her. That's it right there. I just put it together, and I just did a red primer job on her. But that's about it so far. But she is nice. And this dragon comes from the movie Dragon Slayer. She is a beauty, ain't she? So yeah, I need a. Well, we got one over here too. We got some Dungeons and Dragons figs that are all painted up here, which is pretty neat. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out what is this behind here. Hang on a second, guys. I didn't realize I had that. It is Koopa artwork. I didn't even know. What I'm looking at, guys, is this that picture behind on the wall right here is artwork by Coop. I didn't realize I had this. So that's pretty cool. So that's what I was looking at. I love his artwork. Not too bad, not too shabby. I didn't know I had that. I almost bought one, but I didn't realize I had that. Oh. What else we got? We got a cool Batgirl, right? And look at this, guys. The GI Combat original artwork. That's the book that it comes from. So, yes. This one's 256 and this one's 285. But that's original artwork for GI Combat. And then we got some original artwork here. Aquaman. And we got Ron Gunn. Yeah, man, come on now. Oh, Garvin? I think it's Ron Garvey. Ron Garvey. That's his original Captain America work. Pretty cool. Let me put these dragons back up there. Put it back up. Okay. Okay. It's a little dangerous, but I think we got it under control. There we go. All right. Okay. So what else we got here? We got the castle. And we've got Simon Bisley did this for me. What a great guy he is. Jaguar Man. And then we got some original artwork up here. Original artwork there, covers. Those original covers. This is hey, whatchamacallit? This is the artist proof where they go through it and see if it's okay for the cover to be printed. Same thing with this down here. and that there. And we got one over here too. This is actually from the cartoon. That's an anime cell from the cartoon. And these comic books come from that set there. This is all original artwork here. All right. So what else we got? We got all kinds of neat stuff, right? Oh wow. So yeah. So here's the dragon. Put you back there. Okay. Then we got Space Fleet up there. Space Fleet. Yep. This is me at age 18. What a thought. Yeah, that's me at 18. Okay. What else we got? Oh, and I am gonna go with the red guns. I am as far as painting them up. My workbench here. I am going to paint my Dark Angel with the red guns. I think Adam was right. I think they look better with the red guns. But that's the first squad of repairing the all messed up second edition Marines. So what else we got going on, huh? I found some more of the stuff I got from yeah, it's upstairs, I think. Look at those GI combats, huh? We got some Frazetta work right there. We got some Frazetta work there, right there, over there. Yep. Not bad. We got some Frazetta work over here as well and over there. As you can tell, I like Frazetta. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. We are coming out from the depths of the basement. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there we are. We are back. All right, what's next, guys? What's next? Oh, Lord have mercy. So what are we doing? What do we got? What do you guys want to see? Want to see another issue of White Dwarf back in the day? Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, Camp Lejeune. I hope he's okay. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's bad. So I hope he's okay. That's scary what happened out there. So we'll see what happens, right? Um, ouch. Yeah, I watched Jimmy die from that, and it wasn't good. He did chemo for like a year, and I came into work, and man, he died. He died within days. So he went into remission. So he did chemo and all that other bullshit for a year. And Jimmy and I were both stationed at Camp Lejeune. He was on one side, I was on the other. And I came into work and we thought he was going to be okay. And man, he just kicked the bucket, and that was it. He was gone. Yeah. Good. I'm glad, Bruce. I'm glad. Give him my best. You know, tell him to hang in there, keep fighting, and do what he needs to do. Yeah, it's not easy. But, right? It's part of what we go through. Um, all right. All right. Okay. Snap out of it. What else? What do we got going on? What else do we have going on? Oh, yeah, they got a new Captain America is coming out, and I think people are going to start freaking out because they're going to say they're going to take the America out of Captain America, but this is kind of like a precursor to you know. Um, I love these two. I love Chris Evans and Haley Atwell. Oh man, I am so in love with that girl, Haley Atwell. She's just man. I don't know what it is about this woman, but it's just sexy as hell, man. And it's like, shit. She's just good looking. So I picked this up, right? And I'm gonna see if I can get them to sign it if ever they come to a Comic Con and stuff. Um, but I love Chris Evans' rendition of Captain America, and I love Haley Atwell as Peggy Carter. I know she's in a couple other things, and I'm gonna see if I can watch them as well. But I saw I saw something on YouTube where they're gonna try to like emasculate Captain America and you know, take him off. What do you? There is a story behind what happens to Captain America. Captain America was my favorite superhero growing up, and then it was Daredevil. So my first is Cap, and then my next one is Daredevil. And those were my two favorite characters. And Captain America, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're a little bit older, in the United States, we have what we call Watergate. And Watergate was Richard Nixon, our president at the time, was caught lying. Uh, Apparently, I don't know why they did. It was kind of stupid, but some people from the Republican Party broke into the Democratic Party at the Watergate Hotel. They got caught. Uh, Nixon knew about it, and he made tapes about it, talking about it. And when they wanted those tapes, he said he never had them, and they ended up finding them. So it was a big deal. So uh, Richard Nixon resigned in disgrace, and that was that. So what ends up happening is during that time when we found out that Nixon had done that, Captain America gives up his mantle of Captain America and becomes the character Nomad. And Nomad, he was having a hard time. He couldn't relate to what America stood for anymore. Um, During this time, I mean, it was during the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So you had a lot of stuff going on. You had the civil rights movement going on. You had Vietnam going on. You had Nixon right after, because so you have what? So this whole time period, you had the start. You had well, let's begin with the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. Then you have the continuation of the Vietnam War. Then you had the civil rights movement. Then you had the assassination of Bobby Kennedy and Martin Luther King. Then, as you progress, you start bumping into Richard Nixon and the Watergate issue. So then, what Marvel did with Captain America is because of all these things were going so crazy. Iron Man was born from the Vietnam War, and so then you get Watergate. So Watergate comes into play, and that's when Captain America gives up his uniform and his shield, and he becomes Nomad. So you're going to see a lot of hype. Oh, Captain America this, Captain America that, but it's like anything, you know. During that time period, there was a lot of questionable stuff going on, just like there is now. There's a lot of questionable stuff going on, and how this generation up and coming is going to be judged by the next generation is going to be interesting. Um, so Captain America becomes Nomad, so he's a man without a country, but he's still going around helping people, and eventually Captain America, who does become Nomad, ends up becoming Captain America again because almost every person that replaces Captain America can't do it, and so they bring back Old Cap. He basically picks up the mantle and continues on. So what? Keep an eye out for that because I almost fell for it, but because I know the comic book so well, I went, yeah, there is a time period where Captain America loses faith, not in the American people, but in the American government and how it subverts the American way of life. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And I still love this one. I still love that one. Oh, yeah. She looks really hot in uniform, too. Oh, my God. Yeah, she likes that dubbing stuff, too. You know, whatever it is. When you sing on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, where you just, I don't know, mimic other songs or something. Whatever. So that's cool. All right. Okay, so where are we going now? What are we going to talk about now? What do we got? What do we have? I do not know. Um, Get my little summer catalog. 1992 spring summer catalog from TSR not Games Workshop, but TSR Dungeons and Dragons. I thought that's pretty neat. If you were into Dungeons and Dragons a little bit. And this is where I saw Dragons of the Lance, which I ended up picking up, which is pretty cool. Now we have a 1981 TSR Hobbies catalog. This should show you a little bit, eh? Look at how old those are. Wow. That's some old Dungeons and Dragons, brother. That's some old stuff right there. How about this? Soldiers of the Queen. Space, 1889. Soldiers of the Queen. These are 20 25 millimeter white metal figures with 10 distinctive poses. Comes with Game Designer's Workshop card, response card. Space 1889, Soldiers of the Queen, the Adversaries. In this box set, you have 21 white metal miniatures. Contained in this box represent one complete company of British infantry from the Victorian era world of Space 1889. The specific figures included in the set are as follows. Excuse me. 1. The Major mounted. 2. A horse. 3. captain on foot. 4, lieutenant on foot. 5, color sergeant. 6, a sergeant, 2 of them. 7, corporal, 2 of them. Private standing and firing, 3 of them. Private kneeling and firing, 3 of them. Private loading, 3 of them. And private advancing, 3 of them. So let's take a look at them. So we have these. And we have those. Oh, Gal Gadot. Oh, yeah. She made a fantastic Wonder Woman. And she's like, isn't she Israeli army? Check these guys out, man. Let's see if we can do this. See if I can do this the right way without messing them up. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get a hard cover, right? No, yeah, maybe. Yes. Okay, this will work. Okay, so we have. Hello. I also like Scarlett Johansson, the Black Widow. Oh my God, the girl's so hot. I'm gonna have to shave that down. So these are pretty cool figures. Not bad. Uh-oh. What is that? So they're pretty cool. My dogs are going crazy. Oh, I know why. My neighbor's walking her dog. She's pretty hot. I can't say that. Look at that. So, hey, Thorsten, how are you? Which colors are the best to paint 1/72 miniatures in your opinion? Warm greetings from Marshall, Naysburg. Tom. Oh, that's cool, Thorsten. That is cool. All right, best colors to paint your 1/72 miniatures. Okay, what do you want to do? 1/72 is plastic. So what I usually do is I usually put them in a wood stain, not gloss wood stain. You get a flat wood stain, and you dip them in there, and you wipe them off. You don't wipe them off, but you air dry them. You can keep them on the sprue if that's easier, but get yourself a big can of wood stain, and you can either paint the wood stain on, or you can dip them and let it drip out and get the excess off, and then let it dry. What that's going to do, it's going to create a seal around the plastic, so your paint is going to adhere to the plastic without chipping off. because even when you prime it, the primer is something about the plastic that's used for the 172nd plastic. It's kind of like a rubber plastic, and what happens is after all the work you've done on your figures, they tend to chip off pretty badly. So what you want to do is you want to get some kind of a coat, a sealing coat on it. What worked best for me was the wood stain, uh, non-gloss wood stain. Then what I do is uh, you can prime in either gray, white, or black, depending on if you go white, your color is going to be much more brighter. If you go gray, it's going to be neutral. If you go black, they're going to be darker. So it's up to you what how you want them. Like if you're going to do Prussians, you could probably spray paint them in a black primer, very light, and then so after you spray paint them with the black primer, very lightly, you can kind of do a dusting cover from the top down of gray, and that will give you highlights. So when you go to paint the Prussian blue, you will have a dark uniform opposed to the French blue, which is a brighter uniform. So what I normally do is I will do the wood stain. I wait for that to dry. Then, depending on what country I'm doing, if it's Prussian, I spray paint it black. Then I go over the top with the light gray, very light. Don't both sides, light black primer, light gray primer, and that'll give you that. On the other hand, with the French, because they're mostly in white and they have that light blue, um, I prime them with a gray, a light gray, and then over the top I go with a white. You can skip the gray if you want to. You can just go with the white, and that will work as well. And then what I use is I just use what I have. What I paint with my 28 millimeters. I have my Citadel paints. I have my coat d'arms. I also have my Citadel coat d'arms and Army war paint. I gotta close. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? What's the matter with you guys? Huh? Whew. Yeah, they're going crazy. They're going crazy. Hey, so that's what I do. Um, so depending on what country you want to paint, that would be the colors, and the colors that work. Um, I stay away from enamels, testers, that kind of thing. Uh, I used to paint with them a long time ago when I was a kid, but now you also have what you got Vallejo, which is very good. Citadel's pretty good, expensive, but they're still good. They're still good paint. Vallejo is really good. Army paint is okay. I like their range, but I think, in all honesty, I think Citadel paints are better than Army paints. But I do both. I do both. I know. I know, huh? Ay, ay, ay. It's because my neighbor, she walks her dog, um, and when she goes by the house, my dogs hear it and they go crazy. So, um, yes. So, Thorsten, I hope that helps you a little bit, and that's what I do. So, um, Tippy, I see you. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You that cocker right there? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. You act like I beat you. Oh my God. Come here. This is Tippy. This is Tippy. Hi, Mama. What you doing? This is Tippy. He was our first. He was our first. Yes. He's really good. He's good with kids. He's good with everybody. Yeah. What are you growling? Here I am telling you you're good with everybody and you're growling at me. What are you, an asshole? Huh? What's the matter with you? Hmm? Mama. Come here, mama. You know what it is? He likes to be held. He likes to be held. Come here, mama. Come here, you. Oh, you sausage with legs. This is the sausage with the legs. Yes. Say hi. Look at you. Say hi. Hi. There you go. Good God. Oh, yeah, yeah. See, he doesn't want to get down now. Mamacita, ¿qué pasó? What you doing? Hmm? What? What, Nana? What, Nana? Yep. The Wolf of Massachusetts. Yes. Yes. Oh, my God. He's just, look at this dude. This dude. That's the one. That one right there. She's got Little Miss Big Mouth right there. Huh? Huh? You like tearing up the neighborhood. Yeah, no, they keep me. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right. All right, big guy. That's it. All right. Done. Done. Go play. Go ahead. Go ahead. Unbelievable. So that is that's how. Oh, and when you're done, this is the thing. Once you're done painting them, varnish them. Now, back in the day, I used a gloss varnish, and so they look like toy soldiers. But you can use the flat or the satin varnish. That will also protect your figures from chipping. So you've got the wood stain in the beginning, and then you have the satin varnish for the very end, and that will keep your figures pretty good, especially with the that type of plastic because it's so malleable. It just so bendy that it does chip the figs a lot. So okay, so what do we got next? What would you guys like? Let's see. So we did the Soldiers of the Queen. The box is pretty cool. And the soldiers on the back are neat. I remember this game when it first came out. It was really cool. And at the time, there were no soldiers that I knew of to uh, replicate Zulu. Of course, we didn't have. I don't think we really didn't have the internet back then either. So basically, we were stuck with ordering stuff online and that order. Yeah, okay, ordering from like magazines, mail order, that kind of thing. Or you would take a trip to the local hobby store if you were lucky enough to have one. Okay, so what else we got going? What else? 2 o'clock. Not bad. All right. So what else we got going on? Let's see what we have here. Remember this? That's pretty cool. That was I never got it, but I do have the Warriors of Redemption, Sisters of Battle. It was a battle set that is very expensive now. Very expensive. I don't know what it is. I also have that. But you're looking like they want like $100 for this book now. It's Sisters of Battle Codex. I don't know why, but they do. but I have them all, so I'm very lucky in that aspect of it. And I got this, my Monogram catalog, I think from 1977. Oh, no, yes, yeah, British, yeah. Monogram planes. Airplanes. Let's see. Were these? Oh yeah, look at these. So here, this is when there's your Spitfire, right? Your Focke-Wulf. Your Messerschmitt. It's 110. And it's the Tiger Shark or the P40. Let's see. What is? Oh, there's a Messerschmitt 109 right there. And what I'm looking at is all this stuff that I was buying to replicate the Battle of Britain. Deja Stuka. Look at that Dornier Arrow. It's a crazy plane, huh? What else we got here? Tomcat. Oh my God. I found her in the garbage one day. Put it together. Tom Cruise. Oh, and then we got the big planes. Look at that B-17. Ain't she sweet? Oof. Yeah, the Liberator. Oh my God, the Liberator. Nice. The Mitchell? Yep, that's the Mitchell right there. That's the Widow. This is the Black Widow. And the B-29. And the B-52. The Love Shack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at the ships. The aircraft carriers. Wow. It was a nice plane, huh? The 110. It really was. I don't see them too much on eBay, you know. Right here. I don't see that on eBay too much. And if I do find it, it's very expensive. I wasn't really into the cars, stuff like that. Yeah, it was. Well, let's see. Let's get to where we want to be. There we go. There we go. And we got the Armor series, which was really, really cool. Very nice. Trying to have my favorite tank in this. Trying to think, I think the Panzerkampfwagen, for as models go, I think she was my favorite tank. That or the 48, right there. And then we have Air Machine, Snap Tight. They're really cool sets. Look at these. Look at these right here. Oh my word. It's a Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. Drags in a bottle. Yeah, Okay. I probably should. Never mind. Oh man, I'm in trouble now. Dioramas are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. What I always liked about the monogram models was you got the diorama pamphlet that came in with it, which showed you how to do the dioramas, and they're always pretty cool. Yeah. So that was that. Yeah. Okay. What else? What else we got, guys? What else we got? 209. 209. We got Chaos Thugs. I think the back cover is ripped off of this, I think. Yeah, looks like it is. Sadly, the back cover is ripped off, but that's all right. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Little dude. Wow, look at that line. Oh my God. Look at that line. I think it was a bread line. It's not. Wow. That's pretty cool. Warhammer Siege. Artwork is just, there's something about it. Just so. Golden Demon Awards. I always wanted to win one of those. I never did. Never got one. Never got the chance. Thrud the Barbarian. Awesome dude, man. Very cool. Very cool. The Mighty Fortress. Now, how much is a Mighty Fortress? Doesn't say how much. This set contains 4 pot towers, 4 plain wall sections, 2 wall sections with gateways, plus a sprue of gates, doors, trapdoors, ladders, and other accessories sufficient to make a castle measuring 28 inches by 18 inches by 7 inches high, from tower to tower. Pretty cool. White Dwarf back issues. $1.95. Dungeon Quest. The Mummy's Tomb, which I actually have that game. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Dare you enter the dread pyramid of Khonsu. Hidden within its labyrinth passageways and rooms is an awesome treasure, the elixir of life. But to find it, you must avoid the many deadly traps and guardians that Khonsu left to defeat any who might try to claim his life's work. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb is a fast-playing and exciting game that pits 2 to 4 players against each other in the fiendish pyramid. Just reaching the treasure chamber is a difficult task, thanks to the dastardly sneaky card-based movement system. As you explore, you have to overcome the many defenses of the pyramid, most dangerous of all being the mummy, who stalks the passageways in search of unwary archaeologists. If you dare take up the challenge, look out for the special sarcophagus bearing the words "Curse of the Mummy's Tomb" in your local game shop and prepare to step inside. You have room mine here. I expect the issue to be starting shortly. Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl. Elfin cheerleaders. Cool. There we go. Blood Bowl in full panoramic color. The Orc Bolt Thrower. Oh, cool. There we go. That's pretty neat. Cross lances. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat. If you wanted to do some kind of Dungeons Dragons floor plan or whatever. Castle of the Black Arrows. And then you got Chapter Approved, the Infinity Circuit Spirit Warriors, Elder Ghost Warriors, the Thud Gun, a Land Speeder Army variant. Oh, then you got Blood Bowl Figs, which are pretty cool. I haven't even touched the Rogue's Drift battle set yet, Boston. So Thor's going to ask me, did you already finish the Rogue's Drift battle set that you unboxed? Negative. Sadly, I did not get to that, which is a shame. Oh, cool. I did not know this was here. Index Astartes from back in the day. Look at that. Now, this is White Dwarf 101. That is pretty awesome. Another brick in the wall. Wonder where that came from. So that was White Dwarf number 101. Not bad. Aye. She is just going to town. I have no idea why. But she is. So what else we got? Do you own some of the old SE World War II battle sets? You know what? I will show you what I have for battle sets. What's the matter with you? Let's see what we got for battle sets. All right, so battle sets. We are looking at. Okay, for battle sets, we have FX. We have the gun emplacement. We have gun emplacement. This is the Coastal Defense assault set. And we have my favorite of all time. We have the Battle of Waterloo assault set, the first one. We've got a couple. We got Coruscant and Sherwood Castle over there. But this is my all-time favorite. So now, what we're looking at, let's see. What did you want to? It's down. I believe they're down here. This is what we got right here. Right. So we have. What is all this stuff? Marines. Okay. Space Marines. So we have the SE Rogue's Drift 1/72 scale. Very old. That's what it looks like. Let's see. We have Bow Jest, Algerian Tuareg Revolt, 1877 to 1912. And then we have the Rogues Drift. These are expensive now. They are so expensive. And we have a lifestyle post. Which are pretty cool. I think that's it. And then we have like then we got some like weird stuff like that. Like this. These are all big guys. So that's basically what I have for those sets. Okay. All right. And then I got some like I've got some what you call it? Spiderwebs. Got the black powder Rogues Drift down here and Lydia Death. We got other stuff over there. That's all like well, 54 millimeter scale stuff. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. You finished your Rogues Drift set? That would be cool to see. I would like to see that. That would be awesome. Oh, okay. All right. So, what do we get going on here? All right. Let me see. Yeah, they do have a lot. Oh yeah, I saw the right stat at the. I almost picked that up too, but I've got so much stuff now that I don't know. So I'm going with the red. These Marines. This is the second coat of red now. So what else we got going on? Actually, I don't know about it. Seriously, dude? If I'd have a brain, that'd be dangerous. Okay. Oh, you sucker. Ah. So we're going with the red. Going with the red guns. For the Marines. Dark Angels. All right, Bruce. Yes, she is. Yeah, I know. Yes, absolutely. Yep, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Bruce, thanks for coming by. Have a good one. You take care. We'll see you next time around. I'll finish these babies up. Yeah, my old lady should be coming home pretty soon too. It's 2:25. She should already been home. So we're actually into overtime, which is actually pretty cool. Take it easy, Bruce. All right. Okay. A steady hand it takes. Yes, it does. But there's still a couple little mess ups here and there I'm going to have to take care of. Nothing's ever perfect. Not in the least. But not bad considering that they used to look like this. That's actually, yeah. Boston, that's actually cool. So these guys used to look like this. And this is in the LA Awesome. Come here, little punk. Oh man, come to daddy. Where are you? Ay. Here we go. All right. Man, look at this. Look at this mess. Look at this thing. Look at how messed up that is. But this LA Awesome is going to take off all that paint. So it's going to bring it right down to the plastic again. Like this one almost. Bruce, if you ever get a chance, I'd like to see what you do with the Brooks drift. If you can email me some pics or something like that. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so what else we got going on here? We got man, I got the shakes on that one. Squeezing too hard. too runny. Gotta be careful because it's too runny. Aye. Not cool. Almost messed up. Almost. Aye. Okay. All right. There we go. Couple more. We'll get that on here. Okay. Maybe bring it down a little bit. My Necrons. Are you drunk? Okay. All right. Last but not least. Okay. It's going to be a third company of the Dark Angels. I can see some white there. And what I have to do is in order to get that red right there, you see, I had to paint it white first, give it a base of white over the black, so the red will show up better because of the pigment. So you got to be careful with that. But the more layers you put on, the deeper and richer the color will become. And that is what you want to do when you're painting reds, yellows. You want to get that base white under there. You can also use brown if you wanted to. Brown will work. It'll give you a kind of a darker, richer color. And the white will give you the brighter reds, the brighter yellows. All right, guys. 2:33. Oh, you dope. I can't believe I just did that. I just grabbed it by the... I just have to redo it, that's all. I just grabbed it by the sword, which I just painted. Okay. You see that? Maybe, no, yeah. I do not know. All right, okay. Oh, man. Okay. There's a lot of good painters out there, and it's really tough to mimic what they do. So don't. You just do what you like, and you paint to the best of your own abilities, and just take your time and enjoy yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, then you're not. Well, if you're not enjoying yourself, it's not going to be fun. It's that simple. It's going to be tedious. So just do it for the fun of it, you know, and enjoy your own work. And as you practice, you get better and better. And always keep something from the past to remind you where you came from and where you're going, especially when you get there. It's always fun to see how you progress. Like this dude right here. He's one of my first guys I painted third edition Warhammer. That's Fabius Bile, right? And here's my third edition on the Betrayer, right? Ephraim Stern. Very cool. But, and then I have this Dark Elf Sorceress who I entered in one of my first Golden Demons. And of course, I didn't, nothing ever came of it because I sucked. I was not as good as those guys. But it's just trying. It's just doing what you can do, you know? Can you even see that? Right? But as the years progressed, I mean, look, here's another one, right? Here's another one. Third edition. And then look at this. Okay, now this is one of my most recent ones. This is Khan, the Betrayer. Yes, I do use my figures for, yeah. So that's Khan the Betrayer. And my paintings improved a little bit. And here we go with Cypher from the Dark Angels. Which I really like. He came out really good. I like him. Yeah. Yes, I did. I did paint these guys up. It's just you keep painting, you keep practicing, and eventually you will get better. Um, Different techniques for different people, and you got to find your own style and be happy with what you're doing. I think that's the biggest thing is just being happy with what you're doing. Yep. Out. Okay. It would be easy if I could take him off, but he's glued on it. Okay. What else we got going on, huh? What else do we have going on? I want to use up this red paint. Yeah. I put too much. I guess if I wanted to, I could probably. One of the most difficult figures I am painting is this dude right here. I just can't get motivated to paint this. And this is the Primark Gullyman. And for some reason, I just cannot embrace. It's just taking me a while. So it happens. We got this dude here. What else we got going on? Huh? What else we got going on? What am I love this figure right here. She is so cool. I like her. She's neat. She's pretty neat too. Now we got kind of a Vampirella vampire. She's pretty neat. I like her. She's cool. I'm digging her. We got Medusa. She's a nice figure. And we got our Voodoo Queen, which is pretty hot. I like her. She's pretty neat. She's got the fireball. Yeah. Not bad. What else we got going on over here? Oh my God. One of my oldest figures that I still have today is Elvira. I must have painted her about 20 years ago, maybe. Yeah. Elvira. Hello, boys. Elvira. Not bad. You know what? Let me put you down here. I'll put you over here instead. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, we got some 40K Howling Banshees that I painted up a while ago. I was doing an Eldar army. All right. Let's see here. Oh, what is it about these Necrons, these metal Necrons? They just don't want to stand up. Let's see. So I painted these a long time ago, except for her. I'm still in the process of painting her. She's relatively new. Jeans there. But I've had these Howling Banshees. Oh man, what? I want to say 30, maybe 35 years. I've had these Howling Banshees. Yeah. They still have a few things left over. Yeah, what else we got going on? This guy's coming out pretty good. I like him. He's coming out. He's a recent. I'm just taking my time. Nurgle. So he's pretty neat. I gotta figure out what I want to do with this dude. You know what? You could get some red in his gut. That's what I think. Yeah. Do some red. Let's get some red in this thing. All right, guys, my wife is home. It's going to be time to call it quits. There's a little bit of red. And I will see you the next time. Prince of Wales battleship, very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. That'll be a little spot in there. I'm going to have to play around with. But my wife's home. So I got to take care of her. You guys be good to each other. It's a crazy world up there. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll catch you on the next time. All right? Be good. Thor, that's an awesome nickname, man. You got to take that. You got to own that. You got to own that shit, brother. You got to own that. Guys, be good to each other. It's a crazy world out there. Take care. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Ciao.